All right. Hey, Lisa. This is Lisa Watkins here with me. She's part of our team, and she's had her live updates and some great successes with her live updates. It's Bob Crowdy. I'm back, and I'm here to talk about the inaugural pre-concert, the pre-inaugural concert tonight at the Lincoln Memorial. It was a very incredible experience, and we were having a lot of problems. We were hoping that we could share more with you and get live updates and videos streaming and more pictures out. And what we found out was there were so many people trying to get information out that it was virtually impossible to get good feeds, to get good pictures out. So we had a real hard time showing you all that was happening. Hopefully we'll have an easier time in the next day or two. It really just depends. But there was the demand for the 3G connection, the LTE connection was incredible. It jammed up everything. So that's why probably an hour after the event, you started seeing more and more photos. So, but we had a great time. And that was Toby Keith, Made in America, one of my favorite songs. We just played a little bit of it. Toby Keith did a great job. It was incredible. And Three Doors Down is one of my favorite bands. So what a great opportunity to see them. But we had a lot of fun, and this is the beginning, and we want to continue to put out photos and videos and show you that the people, the everyday people, not Hollywood and not the people that are NBC and CBS, the Fox News spin. Rachel and Julie, they're in another part of the city right now, and they're doing their thing. I know Julie's at a ball. She's doing her thing, and we want to show you all the different angles of what's going on. If you're part of our team and you're doing these, just know you might not be able to do live updates. Just take a video and then post it for our friends and our members on our Grassroots campaign, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan People's Grassroots campaign for Donald Trump. But just post the video, make a video, because these connections are crazy and we can't get anything done. But I'm here with Lisa, and I wanted Lisa to just express what her feelings were about this event tonight and what she thought of Donald Trump. And he did make an appearance, and it was quite cool. What did you think, Lisa?
Oh man, it was surreal. It was really beautiful. It was very patriotic, and it's a moment that we probably won't be able to see again like this. It was unique and very special, and it was just amazing to see how many people were there to celebrate and welcome our next president to take the office, and very amazing. And I have to say this, just listening to liberal media, they made it seem like no one was going to be there to welcome Donald Trump, and everybody's there. The whole mall was filled. I didn't see an empty seat there. So thank you for everyone that was watching. Thank you for supporting this group. Again, whatever you can to post a video, a photo, whatever you're doing here in DC, please post it to the page. Show everybody what you're doing to contribute to helping this administration thrive, helping this administration to use the push it needs to get things done in DC, because it's going to need a lot of help from but true people like us. Average people who don't even get the stars behind our back like Hollywood people do. Real people who are in the gutter, who are on the ground, working their tails off every day. He needs our support more than anything, more than ever. And so whatever we can do to show that we are supporting Donald Trump, let's do it, and let's put it on our page.
Well, she's talked about what I was starting to talk about, and that was the media, of whether it's Fox News or whether it's CNN or these media outlets, Hollywood. They like to spin things, and like we ran across a protester group today, and there were like 100 of them. And what was really cool is there was like 100, maybe 150 of them. They were all together, and they were trying to put together their little protest, and they had signs, and it looked like a real paid protest situation. So. But it was interesting because there's a new sheriff in town. You've heard that term, right? We had this little groupie of protesters, and I'm telling you, Trump people It was kind of like the opposite of like San Jose, California. If you ever saw that video where the people were being harassed coming out of the Trump events, it was the opposite. Trump people were everywhere. These red hats like Lisa had were everywhere, and so they mustered up 150, 200 people, and they really put an effort into this. And we were surrounding them, and it was like,
They couldn't do
you know,
nothing.
yeah, they were a lot of loudmouths.
There was some people trying to step to me, looking at me all crazy. But what could they do? What can I do to a tall black woman like me who's very confident about my vote, very confident about wearing this hat? They can't do nothing. As long as we have this confidence in us, they can't do nothing to us. So that's another thing I would challenge everybody to do. Start feeling comfortable wearing your gear. We did this. No one else did. No one else gave us a chance. We did this. So let's be comfortable in doing what we feel like doing when it comes to honoring our president.
Well, we're getting frustrated because the media likes to portray things and twist things and bend things, and so we're the everyday people taking matters into our own hands. We do not want to let Hollywood spin. We don't want 100 protesters to be made out like there are 100,000, or 10,000 when there's only a handful of people there. So we want to challenge. We want to challenge what the people are saying. They're throwing labels around. The media, a lot of this is going on over and over again where they're just half-truthing everything. And we, the everyday people from Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and now we have a national campaign, the Trump national, the Grassroots national campaign, and we'll talk more about that in the coming weeks and months. But we, the everyday people from Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, we won all three of our states. Michigan, thank you, Michigan. But we won all three of our states. And we're the everyday people, and we're going to do updates. We're going to talk about what's going on in Cincinnati, where Lisa's from. We're going to talk about what's going on in Indianapolis, where I'm from. And we're going to talk the truth about who Donald Trump is and who we are, who his supporters are. And we're not a bunch of mean-spirited, hateful people or crazy people.
We're not stupid.
No, we're not. and we want to expose the lies that the media tells. So we had a great night tonight. And I liked the military. There were military men everywhere, and women everywhere with their hats. And so what did you think about anything else?
The military was phenomenal. You could really tell that 80% of the military supported Donald Trump. I mean, they were nothing but loving, caring. They honored him. When he came to the podium, they stood up for him. He has so much respect with the military. It's speechless right now. I mean, he came up and talked to everybody. And, I mean, he's amazing. And I just look forward to seeing what he's able to do in D.C. I think he's really going to drain some swamp. I wanted to say that to a couple government folks, but I wanted to be respectful.
Well, it's interesting because they've had control of Washington, D.C. for 8 years now. And so Obama and his appointees and the people that, his administration, the bureaucrats are all been fuming and fustering up all this population of liberals and people who are, Obama people, all these people. Well, today and yesterday, a whole lot of us came into town, a whole lot of us. And, we're not, like I've talked about the Hollywood and the lead and the CNN anchor people that are, everyone's limousines. We don't all have limousines, So, we're just everyday people from Texas and people from Indianapolis and, people from, small town Defiance, Ohio, or just, from the ghetto or whatever. We're not anything, we're just the everyday people. And we came and we were in Washington and we came out in droves. And I love the Texan guys coming with their hats and their ties. And, we all have our differences, but we're the everyday people. And the liberals in Washington who have had control of so much over the last 8 years, their mouths just had to drop. We came in with our signs, and we came, our cars were, some of them had, shoe polish on the back, and we're not fancy. We're just the everyday folks, and we were putting signs, and we've got our hats on, and we've taken this town by storm, and it's been a lot of fun to watch their mouths drop. I saw two people wearing Obama shirts walking side by side together, and I'm telling you, they were just like floored by. It was 10-1 Trump people. I mean, Trump people were everywhere, and it's fun to be back in control and to see liberals' faces drop. I see so many of us.
Imagine me walking downtown like liberal city, America, being confident who I am, wearing this hat. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of people giving me looks. I just keep on smiling.
But we're going to keep on smiling. You know, tune into what we're doing because we are going to try to get these live updates. I mentioned early on that there's been a lot of communication problems. Everyone's jamming the signals and we can't get them out. So again, do videos if you're on the team, but also we're going to try to do videos. We're going to do more pictures, and it may be a delay because if we're at an event, it may not be able to get out. We can't get it out same time like we usually do. So because there's so many people trying to use it. But we will get stuff out and come back to our page, add your friends to our page, and support our national page as we get it going too. We're going to sign out here, but I tell you, we're having fun. And Rachel and Jenica and so many of the other folks that are around the city, they're going to be doing live updates, and Julie, and so stay tuned. Lisa, love your smile.
Peace, everyone. Good night. God bless America.